Do I ever forget that I'm adopted? Sometimes I go on the internet and I see comments from people who have adopted children saying things like, I love my child so much there are times I completely forget he or she is adopted. On rare occasions, I even see these comments from adopted people. Oh, my parents love me so much, sometimes I forget I'm adopted. And I'm sorry, but I'm calling BS on all of that. Being adopted is just not something you forget about. It is a part of your identity. Would you expect a black person or a gay person or a trans person or a Native American person to forget that layer of their identity just because you go a day or a week or a month without having thoughts about being adopted doesn't mean you forget that you're adopted as a person. But that's the thing about the ideals of adoption in the adoption business. We look at a successful adoption as an adoption where an adopted person just doesn't have that layer of being an adopted person as part of their identity. Success in a happy adoption is defined by an adopted person's ability to erase that part of our identity from who we are as people. To be happy is to not be adopted because happy people don't spend their free time thinking about being adopted. It is a toxic ideal that feeds into all kinds of self-loathing because for an adopted person, success requires our silence. This whole world of adoption and these ideals we aspire to are just fantasy myth building. It's this gaslighting reality where you sign a piece of paper and all of a sudden a person completely denies themselves their identities, their history, everything about their lives and who they are, to the point where literally our birth certificates are put behind court seal and we are reissued new documents that say that the people who adopt us are the people who physically gave birth to us. Adoption agencies and adopters love to say that it isn't blood that makes a family, it's love that makes a family. But if they really believed this, they wouldn't design every single element of the adoption process to simulate biological parenthood. My answer to the original question should be obvious at this point. I do not forget I'm adopted. I've never forgotten I'm adopted. I rarely go a day without thinking about the fact that I was adopted. And trust me, school bullies don't forget you're adopted either. There will always be a level of shame in being adopted so long as the ideals of adoption require adopted people to deny ourselves our own realities and or to be silent. Adopted people are different. That is just a factual reality of our lives. And I really think what would go a long way is instead of gaslighting adopted people into denying ourselves our own realities, instead we just say adopted people are different and that doesn't have to be a bad thing.